just tell them that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin.
Miami has a dolphin, the greatest football team.
Candy cane, ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort.
Well, a steady rain has been falling here, but it has not dampened the spirits of the hardy folks at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Hey! Go!
On play action, here's Shadur. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? And too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Cougar 19.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a first down. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. An inside run with Jenkins. And he's got it down to the 28. The Browns still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic 1. This team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long. And because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Okay, ready?
Sanders to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Ready? Viking 18.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He'll try to do it himself. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now you got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 near the 37. You look at this Browns defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
First down. First and
In
10
motion,
at the
Hill.
40-yard line.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. Powerful running. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fights loose. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Achane. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal.
Formation, 65, Cowboys.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle taking it in. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Down. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hut, hut.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Browns first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
At the 8-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Second down in the yard.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here we go. 60 by 6. Go.
Back to throw again. Throw caught by Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4. That is second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the Browns' 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed. But is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Waddle, the motion man right. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, back to Achane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement in those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Well, he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Achane once more. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Browns, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The 44-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
52 blue.
Gabriel from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Browns.
Ready?
Here's Gabriel. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Ready.
On play action, it's Gabriel. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yep, ready?
Gabriel looking to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Browns, first down.
Down.
First and 10 at the
Throwing now, Gabriel. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go.
Now Gabriel. Checks it down to Jenkins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay,
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
Hut.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
The point after is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out into this series, head coach Bob just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. In motion, Hill.
First down. A gain of 3 on the play.
Here's Madison running on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's again to Achane. He's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
To the air is Gabriel. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Come on, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43, ready.
To throw, Gabriel. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. A 22-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Browns, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
At the 37-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 60 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Dolphins 42, Browns 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's good.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get